expressed on The Edge are not necessarily those of this radio station, its staff, management, or other sponsors.
Good evening. This is Larry Catt, your host with Spiritually Speaking, and we're back again this week. What a wonderful show we had last week with Ann Cruz. I got a lot of emails about the interview, and everyone seemed to like it. I appreciate all the kind words and the suggestions and information that was sent out. Ann has emailed me a couple times since then with some interesting things that she's come up with since then, and we're so excited that we'll probably have her back on here in the near future. This week we got Paul Jamerson, our Edge correspondent. He's been with us for quite some time, and he contributes a lot to the Thursday reports. And so those listeners that listen to Andy Rafford's show on Thursday probably is familiar with Paul, and we're going to have him on here in just a few minutes. We're going to talk tonight about martial law and the ramifications of that martial law and how it applies to people and their religious freedoms. I believe martial law, when it does get enacted and when it is enforced, it does have a great impact on our religious freedoms and how we worship and how we share our faith with others. And some military operations have been done locally here in the United States, and in some states where we've had some Marines doing these so-called drills and mock training inside city limits of active everyday cities like your own. And I believe that we possibly could be looking at the government trying to get us more used to the idea of having military soldiers on our streets day to day, which is a prelude to martial law, and we want to make sure we keep an eye on that. We'll be back in just a few minutes here to bring Paul on. This is going to be an exciting show. You don't want to miss this one at all. We'll be right back.
The Edge radio broadcast is looking for voluntary international correspondents and interviewers. Are you able to talk to someone objectively? Can you set aside your beliefs and allow others to express theirs? Can you ask searching questions whilst remaining impartial? Would you like to be in the forefront of the exploration into the unexplained, politics, religion, environment and health? Do you want to be part of the Edge broadcast search for truth? Most importantly, can you smile and remain friendly even if your belief system comes into question? If you have answered yes to the above, we would like to hear from you. Previous journalistic or broadcast experience is not required, but a deep interest in unmasking the shroud of lies is essential. As a volunteer correspondent, you will become an important member of the Edge radio broadcast staff. More information can be found on the Edge's homepage. Just look for the link "We are looking for Edge correspondents" just under the main media player at www.theedgeam.com. Please note that the role of correspondent is not guaranteed, and it also depends on your willingness to communicate with a wide variety of people who have varied experiences and beliefs, which may not be similar to your own experiences and beliefs. As a correspondent, you will be an essential element in the Edge broadcast search for truth. Just click "We are looking for Edge correspondents" just under the main media player on the Edge's homepage at www.theedgeam.com.
political and religious news, supernatural happenings, unexplained mysteries, conspiracy theories, and special guests along with your calls right here on the Edge radio broadcast with your host, Daniel Ott.
China's consistent use of excessive military force to stifle dissent has resulted in widespread human rights abuses, including multiple cases of arbitrary arrest, political imprisonment, torture and execution. Human rights groups have documented at least 60 deaths of peaceful demonstrators since 1987, and there is thought to be many, many more. In Tibet, human rights groups have confirmed by name over 700 political prisoners, although they are likely to be hundreds more whose names are not confirmed. Many are detained without charge or trial for up to 4 years through administrative regulations entitled Re-Education Through Labour. China is a major player on the international economic scene, and many Western businesses have their interests over there. They make vast profits out of cheap sweatshop labour. China's human rights record is abysmal. This regime is both oppressive, totalitarian, and they don't give a damn about the freedom of the individual or the freedom of speech. In recent weeks, the oppressive Chinese regime have dealt a vile blow to freedoms in Tibet. Monks have been killed, innocent people have died. Most Western governments are just paying lip service against these abuses. They are not going to do a thing, for they have too many business interests there. They make too much profit out of sweatshop labour. So it's up to us. Go to the Edge's action page at theedgeam.com and make a difference. We are running 3 actions on this oppressive regime in China. That's the edgeam.com/edge action. Do you think you can make a difference in a world where there is so much injustice? Does this injustice upset you? Does it make you feel powerless, overwhelmed? I mean, what can one person do? Take action from the comfort of your chair. Make a difference with the new Edge Action area of the Edge AM's website. Make sure you make a difference by going to theedgeam.com/edge action. That's theedgeam.com/edge action. You can make a difference.
Do you feel like I do? Are you getting a feeling